Yo, episode 323. Boy, do I have some news for you. So I'm making some food real quick before my feeding window closes. And dude, I recorded episode 2 of the other podcast of the video. That's pretty much how I get all my video content for Instagram. I've posted 3 videos so far just of me talking from the other podcast episode. And I don't even remember what I talked about. I have to go back and rewatch it. But I'll have to get that on YouTube. I have yet to do that. So it's just one of those things dude. You know? Just I'd rather work on other stuff. But I think that's kind of important to get these videos going. Kind of adds that pressure. And when I start posting shit for everybody to see, and I'm also saying in the videos, yeah, I'm doing this once a week. If somebody likes the show, they're going to look forward to that once a week. I feel like I then have an obligation to those people, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be anything anywhere without support from the masses. And I mean that in the financial sense and in the, I guess, fame sense. I hate saying that because I don't really want to be famous. I just want to help people, but I want to help people on a big scale. So I would imagine that people got to know me at mass scale for me to do that, whatever. But anyway, so I gotta get that on YouTube. But anyway, I'm recording the show today, and I take note of the fact that last time I recorded the video show, I know, it ended at 25 minutes, and apparently my camera, it's a Sony a7 III. It's a great camera. I'm interested to see how much it costs now. I bought it for almost $4,000, and it's probably not even $1,000 now. Sucks, but amazing camera. When I bought it, it was the shit. I was very proud of that. Put it on a credit card. It took me a year and a half to pay it off, but 4, 5, 6 years later, here we are. So anyway, I got the camera. It's cool. But I found out that it records for 25 minutes before it stops, because it's not set up as a webcam or anything like that on my computer. So it just stops, which is fine. So I took note of that. So I was like, okay, I'm going to stop it and then click record again. And I did that, and it was a success. But I started recording the second span of 20 minutes, and 2 minutes in, the memory card was full. I don't really know how that is. I didn't know how that is. Okay, I didn't know how that was at the time, but I opened the memory card. Turns out it's an old memory card with stuff from Arizona still on it, man, and I lived there 2 years ago. Didn't even look at the videos, didn't even try to save them, just deleted that shit because get out of here. So now I'm good. The memory card is cleaned off, I'm good to go. So next time I do record, I'll be fine. But that sucks, dude, because that's 20 minutes worth of content that was not recorded for the second time in a row. And that sucks. But the way that I think about it now is actually pretty, kind of almost thankful that this shit happens, because it just makes the story that I tell later on better. people always say, when I first started doing this, I had to walk uphill in the snow. I didn't have a house. I lived in a shitter, and I couldn't afford to And that's how people's stories start. It's like, oh shit, really? So when I tell my podcast story, it's like, yeah, dude, my first 2 shows, you can go watch them now, cut out mid-show. I didn't say, oh, fuck it, I'll try again. I just kept going, and I just uploaded it just to prove that you just got to start, go now, and figure it out as you go. So now I know, and it's the ignorance tax, man. You got to pay with time and frustration and whatever to learn how to do things as best you can. So I've now learned 2 hard lessons, because I'm very ignorant to how this shit works. First lesson was, this camera does not record longer than 25 minutes. Second lesson was, make sure you check the memory card and make sure it's not full before you start recording an hour-long show. 2 valuable lessons, had to learn on the hard way, but that's not going to stop me from making a podcast and putting shit out there. So, and I am going to record more later, but that's what I wanted to share now. So talk to you in a soon. Hey there. Me again. So I'm at, oh shit. No wonder why it didn't work, man. The thing wasn't working. That's an actual sentence I just said. Is this better? Nope, it's not using my microphone. What the fuck is going on, bro? Oh, it wasn't plugged in. Let's plug that in real quick. I actually don't really give a fuck. If it fixes itself, then it fixes itself, but whatever, man. Man, I got so much going on right now. I'm recording this show. I just finished recording the other show. I'm in the middle of Premiere Pro, which is the photo or the video software that I use. I'm editing all the footage so that I can splice it up into clips, use those for social media. I just finished doing that, so I got 9 clips that I can use for social media. So that's, again, if I posted one per day, which I won't, that's a week's worth of content. So I'm good. Still have Twitter posts to make, and then I'm going to make other content. So I'm making about 3 weeks worth of content today, and I plan to do that every day, every week, once a week, as my content scheduling day. I'm going to talk about that real quick because it's fresh on my mind. But yeah, so if I do that 4 times a month, then I'm getting roughly 80 pieces of content that I can use. So that kind of encourages me to go posting twice a day, which is, I mean, the more the merrier if you can maintain it. Because if I'm posting twice a day, that's probably a lot better. As long as it's good quality content, as long as it's good shit. But right now I'm just committing to 1 a day. I've entered the realm of social media and content creation, so that's what I'm focusing on. And so I've noticed something. So, so I'm recording. I recorded the main show, tried to get that all nice and ready to go. I fucked up. The memory card was full. I wasn't recording with a nice mic. I don't think I am right now either, because it wasn't, or something. I think my AirPods are on the table, so it registered that. I don't know what was going on. So recorded the second show. We didn't use the right microphone. Memory card was full. Only recorded half the show. One thing I do like, though, is the lighting and the setup. I do like that, so that's another thing learned that I like and want to continue doing. I have the mic in my face still. I'm not even using it. What's going on? But despite all this, I hit the gym. I'm coming home. I'm eating my meals. I've got so many different moving parts right now. The one thing that has made me feel okay, like I'm fine, I'm on track, is because I set the expectation for myself earlier in the day of what I wanted to get done today and how long it was going to take me roughly. So let me explain. So I have this note. I wrote it at work, and I wrote Friday's content day because the reason the thought process. I got to slow the fuck down when I talk, dude. The thought process behind that was every other Friday I have a day off. And then on the opposing Fridays, I have a short day and I don't have a strict bedtime. So it means I can stay up and work longer if I need to. So so Fridays seems like the best day to dedicate to content because I'm able to have the most amount of time consistently every week, I think. I mean, that's kind of the general thought process. I don't know. I don't really give a fuck whatever. It just seems to work. So this is my schedule starting from 3 p.m. because if I get home from the gym around 3, start my thing, eat whatever, 3-ish, 4-ish, whatever. So from 3 to midnight, I'm going to record a podcast, the full length one. It's going to take an hour. I'm going to edit, splice, and save the clips, which is going to take another 2 hours, which is actually what I just finished doing, which kind of sucks, man, because I'm way behind schedule if that's the case. But let me explain. So that would take me 3 hours. And if I started around 3 or 4, that should put me around 6 or 7 o'clock to finish all that. However, I did this wrong. So record podcast 1 hour, edit, splice, save clips 2 hours, 5 plus podcast clips, which is I export and save those. I have those 5 clips. I should have at least 5. Put them in a folder. That's all good. So that all total should be about 4 hours worth. So 4 hours from 3 o'clock is 7. However, it is 8 o'clock, so I am an hour behind schedule in that regard. So whatever. And then we have 10 Twitter posts. So just draft up 10 posts, just 10 ideas, something quick blurbs I want to share. It takes me about 1 hour is what I wrote. It's the budget of time I gave myself because I don't really know how long it takes me to do 10. And then I have 10 regular posts, which is just kind of regular shit or testimonials or something, which is what I want to post now. And then it takes me about an hour. And then I have 25 captions for Instagram posts. So that's 2 hours. So, and then the one last thing was schedule the content. So after I have all that, put it all together, schedule it out. So I know which days which content is getting posted at what times. And I don't have all that figured out yet. I know that I need to get some kind of software like, I think it's called Hootsuite. I don't know. And then there's Buffer, just things that let you schedule posts in advance with captions and everything. I don't really know how that shit works, but I'm sure it would be something I should look into so I don't have to worry about social media for an entire week. I just do it all on one day, kind of like meal prep. like I'm meal prepping my content for the week. And anyway, that would take me about an hour. And I think it should take me longer than an hour, but whatever. So all that being said, I have the Twitter post, which is an hour. I have the 10 regular posts, which is an hour. I don't know if it's going to take me just an hour, though. 25 captions, which is 2 hours. And then scheduled content, which is 1 hour. So total 5 hours. It's 8 o'clock right now. So 5 hours from now, it's 1 a.m. I don't want to go to bed at 1 a.m. But I know what I need to get done. I know where I'm at on the schedule, and I feel good about it because I'm only an hour behind, and that's a lot better than it being 8 o'clock and me being like, dude, I didn't even do shit today. I don't know if I can blah, blah, blah. I'm running out of time, you know? That's a lot better than that. So whatever. And I mean, this is just the first go. So for it being the first go, I feel like I have an okay grip on my time right now, which is cool. So, I mean, today I felt so productive today because I have objectively gotten a lot done. I mean, I just recorded a full ass show. I got 9 social media clips, all spliced, edited, nice, looking good. They're all exported. They're on my phone. They're ready to go. All I have to do is post them with a caption, and I'm good. That's done. So that's a great feeling. And not to mention, I have a shit ton of other Twitter posts. Like, for example, so right now, I still have, 20 posts in the bank. So even if today was a massive failure, I still have 20 posts to go from. So that is also a great feeling. So, but yeah, I'm committing to this because I know this would be extremely beneficial for me. So, but this is on the days that I do work. On the days that I don't work, from 8 a.m. to noon is all the content. And then I'm going to take a break from noon to 2, hit the gym. And then from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m., so the remaining 5 hours of this 9-hour content shift, if you want to call it that, that's going to be the remainder. And then from 7 p.m. to midnight, again, that's just going to be all things creative, all things graphic, emblem work, logos, all the aesthetics, all the fun stuff. So I think Fridays are just going to be the fun day because graphic design, the creative aspect, making things look nice, that shit's so enjoyable for me. So if I have a full day dedicated to that, followed by a day where I don't have to wake up early, that's a good, followed by a day where I don't have to wake up early and I can work all day the next day. Dude, that's a great setup. So that's the idea. And I'm not going to fill this up with a whole bunch of bullshit. That's all I wanted to share. So I'll probably talk to you guys later. Oh, we fixed the mic. Holy shit. So I don't know what was going on with the mic. I just fixed it though. So moving on. So it's currently 11:05 p.m. September 6th. It's Friday. Obviously still the same as what you've been listening to, but I just decided to splice it up instead of doing one big long show for me in one sitting. I mean, it's only 12 minutes so far, but I think it's been better today being able to just talk and splice the shit up as I want, as opposed to doing everything in one sitting. Just said the same thing twice, dude. Whatever. But I'm writing down the topics that I talk about as I go so that I can write about them and it's easier. Whatever. So my night tonight has been one of the most productive nights I've had in a long time. And the fact that I was able to get so much done today and the amount of time that I had, it's a great ass feeling. And going back to what I said earlier, I think it's because I set the bar of what was expected of myself for tonight. I knew what I needed to do. It was clear cut outline, I wanted to make, let's pull the post up real quick. I wanted to make 10 Twitter posts. I wanted to make at least 5 podcast clips. I wanted to edit, splice, and save the podcast that I recorded. I wanted to record a podcast. I wanted to make 10 regular posts, which I have not done at all. Actually, I haven't done any of those. And I wanted to make at least 25 captions. And I believe I'm up to 18 or something like that. So not 25, but it's a fucking win for me, man. I wrote what I was going to work on. I wrote it all out. I committed to it. And I got the shit done. Not all of it, but dude, the amount of shit that I have gotten done, and it's not even midnight yet, Still got an hour left to achieve the things that I said I would. But this is a win for me, man. Holy shit. I'm actually kind of running low on steam right now. It's 11:06 p.m. I'm just kind of tired. I've actually set this timer. It caps out at 199 minutes. And it's about to go off a second time, which means that's 3 hours, 20 minutes. So 6 hours, 40 minutes is about how long I've been working for tonight. Because I've paused it when I get up and go downstairs, or if I stretch or whatever. So 6 hours, 40 minutes. I don't think this was recording when I did the podcast. So add an hour into there. So 7 hours, 40 minutes-ish is how long I've been working tonight. So I got off work around 1:30-ish, got home from the gym around 3-ish. And 3:30-ish, I started working. So 7.5 plus 3:30-ish is... What is that? Oh, it's actually right now. Oh. Cool, man. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. But that's how today has gone. So, yeah. I made like 18 or so captions for social media. I don't know, I took about 20 still shots of the podcast. So, it's just me at my desk with Mike. I recorded a full-length episode of a podcast. I made 9 small clips that I can use for social media from the podcast, which is cool. A lot of them are actually talking about the same thing, but I don't think it's a bad thing, hammering home the same point, something that I find valuable, which is kind of the way that you track and monitor your progress. So cool. And I went and exported the Twitter posts, so I've got whatever letter of the alphabet L is from A. That's how many I have. So there's that. And then I went and exported some other photos for some content, organized some folders a little bit, so I have some other photos on the ready. I haven't wrote captions about those because I don't know which photos I'll post for that. So that's that. And then now I'm actually trying to find some old photos for some social proof posts. So the Google testimonials, the Google reviews, the before and after client testimonials, which it's pretty cool. These are going to be very powerful. I know they will be. I'm excited about that. So, and let's see, I've got transformation photos. Is this one? Where did I put it? Yeah, so I've got one of me. I've got multiple, like 3 or 4 of me. I can use those however I want. I've got one of an old client. We'll call him T. Got one of another client. We'll call him J. And he actually sent me a video testimonial, which is super powerful. I've got another one from T, who sent me a message saying the timeline of his transformation. I got one from another J, we'll call him. This one's a great one. This is my best client. And then we got one from S. And those are all before and after photos. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including myself, different before and after photos. All guys, obviously, because that's my target audience. So 5 before and after photos, all guys. And then I've actually got 3 of girls, but I'm going to hold off on posting those because I'm advertising to men here. And I don't know if posting women before and after photos would steer someone away. I doubt it would, but I just want to help guys out. So if I can show them guys, then I'd like to do that. So anyway, that's the before and after photos. And then as far as Google reviews go, I still have my old account, my old business account with my everything on Google. I still get calls to this day. And honestly, thank goodness I didn't delete this, because all these Google reviews are now going to come in handy big time. So we've got 17 5-star reviews on Google. So I'm not starting from 0 necessarily, because, I've got 17 5-star reviews. So this will be very helpful. What the hell is going on, dude? Not all of them will be are from guys. Let's count. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, dude! I just came across a guy who passed away. That's sad. He left 1 Google review. It's for me. Love you, Easton. Appreciate you, man. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, quick shout out to Easton Kramer. This guy turned me on to Andy Frisella. He introduced me to the MFCEO project way back when, way before Real AF. And I don't know if I'd be in the position I am today without having been introduced to such an incredible podcast, an incredible influence. So, I mean, that one... Easton forever will never be a hoe for not sharing the show, because he shared the shit with me and it changed so much and introduced me to so much. So, yeah, dude, I don't know if you're looking down on us all, but I love you, I miss you, and hope you're doing well. So, yeah. So, anyway, lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 of the 17 are for men. So I will definitely use those. And then I think 2 of those 12 have before and after photos. So that's cool, man. I can go back and edit the photos, or the logos, I should say. I can edit the hours. I can edit what I'm about. I think my phone number's still on here. So yeah, I've still got all this. So I definitely plan to make some posts out of the Google reviews. I don't really know how I want to do that yet. I thought about just screenshotting each little square, putting on a post or whatever, putting 2 per square, something like that, and then just having 6 days or 6 different rotations of Google. What am I trying to say? If I have 12 testimonials I can use for image. Hold on. What am I saying here? Let me write this down. So I have 5 before, after, and then I've got 12 reviews. So if I put 2 Google reviews into 1 photo and post that on Instagram, that gives me 6 photos. And if I have 5 before and after photos of including myself and then the 4 other guys, so we have J, S, and T. I don't know why I'm being so secretive about this. You could go to my profile and check this out, but that gives me 11 posts that I can rotate per week. So what that means is right now I've kind of got the schedule going where I go podcast clip, Twitter post, and then a regular clip. And I just repeat. So if I were to alternate that regular photo or clip or piece of content, whatever, if I were to alternate that every other thing on my feed, and I'm just trying to make my feed look kind of aesthetically pleasing. I don't really know if that matters much, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So it would go, for example, podcast, Twitter, regular, podcast, Twitter, testimonial, podcast, Twitter, regular, podcast, Twitter, testimonial. And I could do that 11 times before repeating anything, which is really cool. That's quite an advantage that I have right now. So what that means is I would have a constant rotation of testimonials and good things coming my way, almost interchangeably. So I could go Google review before and after, Google review before and after, Google review before and after. And I could do that 11 times. So for 2 months, every 2 months, because that's 60 days. So 6 posts, because that's how many it would take to get a full rotation, times the 11 things that I have here would be 66 days. So 66 days or posts, whatever. I might even be half that because I might post twice a day. It just depends on how much regular stuff I can get. I don't know, man. It says I have 2 customer interactions. It says I got a call on July 1st. Huh, cool. Anyway, so if I post that way, then I'll be good for 2 months. So every 2 months, so 6 times a year, I'll rotate the same testimonials. But in a year's time, I'll probably get, in the first year, I'll probably get at least 2 or 3, right? So then that adds to the rotation, and then rinse and repeat till I have more and more and more. And then I have a whole Instagram page dedicated to the results. So long-term vision. I'm looking at all these different, good memories with this shit. It's called Evermore Fitness. It was like my first real actual business, if you want to even call it that. I made $6,000 from it, so that's cool. It's cool to look back and see this shit, man. I'm glad I didn't delete it. There's a few times where I was like, no, I'm going to delete it. I got to get rid of this. I think BQ Visuals is on here. I got to delete that one for sure because I just deleted the Instagram. Anyway, getting kind of off topic, but I still have these. So I think that's the plan. I think that's how I'm going to rotate it because social proof is a big part of selling something. Somebody wants to know if the product's going to work for them. If I have proof that it's worked for other people like them and they've seen results, and then I'm not some fraud, I'm not scamming or whatever, because people do think that. Hopefully, if they see the content that I post, they wouldn't. But it's the internet. So I think that's what I'll have to do. So every 12th post will be a normal, regular post. That's not Twitter post or not a podcast clip or something. And I don't know if that's a good strategy. I really have no idea. I might come across somebody who has a better idea or might learn something new, and I might just change everything. I don't know. I'm really not opposed to anything. I just want to learn. So yeah, there's that. So I'm going to go ahead and write this down real quick before I forget. So hold on. I'm actually going to pause. I don't want to make you guys wait 1 second. All right, there we go. So I don't know what I was saying. But yeah, so it's 11:18. According to the shift I wrote out here, I still have 40 minutes before I'm done. So I think what I'm going to do is address a couple issues in the software that I have yet to tend to today. Got an email back from the people that I asked a question to. So I'm going to figure out what's going on with that. Might add some stuff into the calendar app that I've got going on, and then I don't know. I think we'll call it a day. It's a very, 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 very successful day, so I'm very pumped about that. So I hate having really good days like this, but then I have to end it and go to sleep. I like these kind of days to go on forever, man. Oh shit, dude. It's a crazy thought. If I had every day like today, just how quick I could reach the level of success I'm trying to reach, you know? Because I just fucking killed it today, dude. It's a good feeling. Also learned some Italian. Hold on, I got it. So I'm going to say, I forgot. I was going to say a sentence. I was driving in my car today, and the audiobook I'm listening to has a guy who's saying, how would you think you would say this in Italian? And then it's got a 10-second pause where you say it, and then some Italian-speaking lady comes on and says it. And my goal is to try to say it before she does and say it accurately. And I did that several times in the car. I was pumped. So hyped. But, yeah, that's the show. I'm going to end it there. I'm going to keep on grinding the night away. So I got 40 minutes left. Don't know if that's when I'm going to go to bed, but that's when the paper shift that I scheduled myself is over. So, yeah. Good day today. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.